Today, I want to talk to you about something that's close to my heart. It's about trusting the universe, even when things seem uncertain. So many of us go through life feeling like we're alone, like we have to figure everything out by ourselves. You see, when we trust the universe, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. We let go of the need to control every little thing, and instead, we surrender to the flow of life. It's like placing an order in the cosmic kitchen and knowing that it's being prepared just for you. Trusting the universe can feel like trying to walk on a tightrope without a safety net. It's scary because we've been taught to believe that we have to work hard and hustle nonstop to make our dreams come true. From a young age, we're bombarded with messages that tell us life is all about the grind, the endless struggle to reach our goals. We see it everywhere, in movies, in books, even in the stories our parents and teachers tell us. We're taught that success only comes to those who are willing to sacrifice everything else, their time, their health, their happiness, just to get ahead. And so we grow up believing that if we're not constantly pushing ourselves to the limit, we'll never amount to anything. We're told that if we don't fight tooth and nail for what we want, we'll end up falling behind, lost in a sea of mediocrity. But what if I told you that there's another way? What if I told you that you don't have to struggle and suffer to achieve your dreams? What if I told you that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, ready to support you every step of the way? You see, trusting the universe isn't about sitting back and waiting for things to magically fall into place. It's about letting go of the need to control every little detail and instead surrendering to the natural flow of life. It's about trusting that even when things don't go according to plan, there's a greater purpose at work. It's about having faith that every setback is just a detour on the road to your ultimate destination. Imagine a life where you feel light as a feather, where worries and doubts just melt away like snow in the sun. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, guess what? That life is within your reach. You might be thinking, but how? Well, my friend, it all starts with trust. Trust is like a magic key that unlocks the door to a world of abundance, love, and joy. It's like stepping into a warm ray of sunshine after a long, cold winter. And the best part, you hold that key in your hands. Now, I know it can be scary to let go of fear and doubt. They're like old friends who have been with us for so long that we've grown used to their company. But what if I told you that you no longer have to carry that heavy burden? What if I told you that you deserve to feel light and free? You see, when we dare to trust, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. We let go of the need to control every little thing, and instead, we surrender to the flow of life. It's like floating down a gentle river, letting the current carry you to beautiful new destinations. But I understand if you're feeling hesitant. Trusting the universe isn't always easy. We've been taught to believe that we have to fight and struggle for everything we want. But what if I told you that life doesn't have to be a battle? What if I told you that you can simply surrender and let life unfold in all its beauty? Affirmations are really amazing. They're like little seeds we plant in our minds. Imagine your mind as a garden, and each affirmation is a tiny seed. Now, just like when you plant seeds in a garden, you don't see flowers popping up immediately, right? It takes time for those seeds to grow. Similarly, when we start practicing affirmations, we might not notice big changes right away. It's like we're watering those little seeds in our minds every time we repeat our affirmations. But with time, patience, and regular practice, something magical happens. Those seeds start to sprout, and before you know it, beautiful flowers begin to bloom. It's all about consistency. Just like how you water plants every day to help them grow, you need to keep repeating your affirmations consistently. Even if you don't see immediate results, Trust that those seeds of positivity are taking root in your subconscious mind. When you say affirmations, it's like giving your brain a big update. Imagine your brain is like a computer, and affirmations are the new software you're installing. But instead of fixing bugs or adding new features, you're rewiring your brain to think more positively. You see, our brains are like sponges. They soak up everything we tell them. So if we're constantly feeding ourselves negative thoughts, our brains start to believe that's the truth. But when we flip the script and start saying positive affirmations, something amazing happens. It's like we're hitting the reset button on our minds. We're wiping away all those old negative programs and replacing them with shiny new ones. And the best part, these new programs are designed to help us see the world in a whole new light. So every time you repeat an affirmation, you're literally rewiring your brain for positivity. You're teaching your brain to focus on the good stuff instead of getting bogged down by negativity. And as you do this, you're opening yourself up to a world of new possibilities. Think of it like cleaning out your closet. When you get rid of all the old worn-out clothes, you make room for new ones to come in. Similarly, when you clear out all those negative thoughts, you create space for positive things to enter your life. But here's the thing, rewiring your brain takes time and practice. Just like you wouldn't expect to run a marathon after one day of training, you can't expect your brain to change overnight. It's a gradual process, but with each repetition of your affirmations, you're laying down new pathways in your brain. And the more you practice, the stronger those pathways become. Eventually, positive thinking becomes second nature, and you find yourself naturally gravitating towards the good stuff. But remember, reprogramming your mind takes time and practice. Just like when you first learned to use a computer, there were moments of frustration and confusion, but with patience and perseverance, you mastered it. So I encourage you to be patient with yourself on this journey. Embrace the process of growth and transformation, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to your true desires. When doubts start knocking at your door, don't let them in. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself of something important. You are loved deeply and completely by the universe itself. Picture the universe as a warm, comforting embrace, holding you close and whispering words of encouragement in your ear. You see, the universe has your back, always. It's like having a best friend who's there for you no matter what, cheering you on from the sidelines of life. So trust in that love and support. Trust that everything is happening exactly as it should, even when it doesn't feel like it. I know it can be hard to see the bigger picture when you're in the midst of a storm, but just like the clouds eventually part to reveal the sun, so too will your doubts give way to clarity and understanding. Trust in the process and know that miracles are just around the corner. Miracles come in all shapes and sizes, from the smallest synchronicities to the biggest breakthroughs. They're like little breadcrumbs left behind by the universe, guiding you along your path and reminding you that magic is real. So I urge you to just dare to trust. Trust in the power of the universe, trust in the wisdom of your own heart, and trust that everything you desire is on its way to you. Don't you dare give up.